D.B Richards from the 2300 Wrestling Podcast, and I am with
the spin kicking, back flipping, rope walking, dreadlocking, neon ninja Facade.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm hanging and banging. We're on day 4 of 5. Kayfabe 5. We had Thursday ISPW. We had Friday Lancaster 3LW 3 Legacies Wrestling, and then we had yesterday up in Slatington for PPW, and now today.
Awesome. That's
here in Baltimore Celeb Fest, and I'll be wrestling Chris Slade here momentarily.
Oh, that's awesome.
For the title.
That's great. So I always let my guests go first.
All right.
So I gave you yellow this time.
I am the yellow.
So what got you into pro wrestling, my friend?
I used to watch wrestling with my dad growing up, and then he passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And long story short, it was just kind of something that, like, it would just keep me kind of, I guess you could say, like, close to him, because I would go to shows and live events with one of his friends.
Yeah.
And so that became like something that we would do regularly, and then we started backyard wrestling in the time of the Attitude Era. So, yeah.
So I totally understand. I lost my mom when I was 17, so I used wrestling as my my world of
yeah, a little bit of escape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it was for us, and we would backyard wrestle back then and everything too, and yeah, that's got booby trap.
So so what was the best advice you ever been given?
Some of the most best advice I've had recently was to have the same match, because you can have the same match with a different person, or have what you think is the same match.
Yeah,
it's not. Every time it's different. Every time it's something new, and every time you
I got you.
Yeah.
So go ahead, finish it up.
Yeah, every time it's just you add another flavor, or things don't go. You don't really plan for anything. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't really plan, and next thing you know, you have a whole different recipe here.
Oh yeah, big time. So tell everybody your social media.
Let's go again.
Oh, go again?
Yes,
Okay.
Let's go again.
Okay.
I feel like there was more on the table there. I thought I lost. I thought I was in a booby trap. I thought there was 1-1. I thought I was in checkmate.
Okay. Well, looks like we're jumping back in.
And Danny Mel, get over here. We gotta ask her the hard hitting questions.
So, okay, we'll jump into what was the best match you had so far?
So far, see, it's hard to say. I'm really particular. Some of my favorite matches are the ones I've had with AJ Styles.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was IWGP champion at the time.
Yeah.
So it was right before he went to WWE. And those were some of my most, high pressure situations. But I did have a really good match with Mike Bailey back in October that I was really happy with.
Yeah.
And that was like one of those ones that I thought would be cool for a while, because it's like a ninja battle,
Yeah.
And we also shared some time in Japan. So while we were there, we were even like more friends. So, and the fact that we could have that match finally was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah.
It's always great to have that match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I started doing commentating, so I'm enjoying calling people that wow, I'm calling Kylan King's match.
Yeah.
Or Gary Wolf. Recently did Gary Wolf. So
yeah,
it's
that's crazy too. A 2300 original.
Yeah. So it's wow, this is kind of cool. But it's fun. I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? I don't care about anything else. I care about my podcast mostly, and getting everybody over.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Much like wrestling, podcasting can be quite a daunting task, or quite a daunting, avenue to get into also.
Oh, it is. It's kind of hard to get, hey, would you like to come onto a podcast? And they're like, huh? Connect 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, it's a gimmick, and
But it's something to do, and whenever people are doing something, they can talk a lot easier, and not
yeah.
most people can, you know.
But what other podcast is playing games? I'm getting ready to like get it. I'm getting ready to. Oh,
First time for me, I can't even put it in the hole. That's what she said.
like I'm getting ready to do Operation too.
Oh, that'd
So,
be tricky, yeah.
Hungry Hippos is on the works.
Yep.
It has to be with Bobby Buffet. I told Bobby Buffet he's the first, you know what I mean? So
That's
when
awesome.
that happens, it's going to be cool.
Yeah, yeah. I just recently heard of Bobby. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That's the one.
So we're tied 1-1, so
Yep.
it's kind of cool. And Bobby with the whole Apple TV is kind of very, very cool.
Oh, yeah, I haven't got to see that yet either.
Watch
Yeah.
it. It's really awesome. Monster Factory's show is amazing. So,
I guess we got to do one more for the breaker.
oh, looks like we're going a little bit longer here.
Breaker 19.
Oh, this is going to be a good season finale.
For all you WCW guys, the breaker 19. Armbar.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
You go first.
Oh, you're going to let me go first. Okay, I'm going down. the
Winner
middle.
takes the.
So, who trained you?
I was trained at the IWC school in Pittsburgh by Shirley Doe, and Glenn Spector, and Super Hentai.
Okay.
The same team that had produced Joaquin Wild, Elias. Who else? Joaquin Wild, Elias. Then after the fact, Britt Baker, different group, but yeah. Corey Graves was from in and around that area. Not necessarily the same trainers, but yeah.
I know my show is named after the ECW arena. How is it working in the ECW arena?
Oh, it's one of my favorites. It's 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 a very slippery slope because I've wrestled there a couple of times and it's been bad, and I've wrestled there a couple of times and it's been great. And so most of these ones,
Ah, sure. That was awesome. Finish what you were saying.
most of these ones now lately, since I've gotten like used to the Philly crowd and also much mature, wiser, and everything else, because I was there for the Velocity Pro days,
Yeah.
and then I worked for CZW, and then Extreme Rising and Ring of Honor, and then now what we have in Battleground Championship Wrestling. But yeah, it's cool to see the Philly crowd evolve and to see, how I'm able to react in such a way, because the Philly crowd has been the hardest crowd I ever worked in front of at a time.
Yeah, this was awesome, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for joining my show.
No problem. Love to do it
And
again.
you got
soon,
any
man.
social media?
Check out your boy, the Neon Ninja Facade, on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Pro Wrestling Tees at the number 1 Facade, FACADE. And onefacade.com. I got my own merch site, so if you want to hit that up too.
I know this is not going to get out today, but any update shows coming out?
Oh, not today. So next week we'll be in Virginia Beach for Brew Wrestling. If you're in the Virginia Beach area, check that out. Brew Wrestling. They have a cool thing going on there. We work in Charlotte for XWW. We'll be there next week. Also, NGW in Knoxville. So that's just next week. But yeah, staying busy, flourishing.
And I bet I will see you at Icons of Wrestling.
Icons, there's an open challenge to any professional wrestling legend. So I'm out to prove myself to the top tier of the guys that have been in and around the ECW arena and the WWE, the wrestling industry, just to, I feel like I haven't done enough. Now it's time
to
put it to the test.
Awesome. And we'll see you in the ring. Thank you.